I don't know why, but my music sounded a little strange to me. It was like, what? It was echoey and weird. But even though that was strange, this is the last episode of Free Akashic Records on Val's channel, Dragonfly Crystals. It will now be simulcast on both Linda De Gonzalez and Viviani's channels, and and Diane will have it like the day after. I'm sure that will give her a copy and she'll load it up. So don't forget to like and subscribe and go to these wonderful readers' channels to watch it. Watch it on both channels, all three channels eventually. And like, subscribe, book for readings. Like I've always said, they are life-changing. You have an hour reading and you will be transformed by the information and clearings that happen. So remember that and give yourself a gift in 2024 to clear away everything that you have been hanging on to that in some way slows you down from getting to where you want to go on your spiritual journey. So with that being said, I'm going to say hi to everyone in the chat. We won't name check because we're going to get right to the readings. And just to let you know, you can ask questions about your furry partners, and we'll have Viviani take those questions. And so we are going to take 3 deep breaths in and take a deep breath in and hold it at the top for a few moments, and then exhale through the mouth. And another deep breath in, holding it at the top for a few beats, and then exhaling through your mouth. And one last deep breath in, holding it for a few beats, and then exhaling. And we are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us as we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic record masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you. And so we open ourselves, this group now, and those who watch in the future, and our furry partners, to the light. And with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided toward our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so this group now and our furry partners and those who watch in the future are given the truth to best serve us on our healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for us in this moment. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy field of this group and our furry partners and those who watch in the future to receive the records of our souls. So the records are now open. And so I am going to the first question, which I didn't have time. Here it is. Okay. So Leah for Viviani is asking, dear ladies, may I ask if the records if I get land again in this lifetime? I'm just going to stop and say hi to Tarot Stash. Gerald, hello.
Gerald.
Hi, Gerald.
Okay.
Hi, Leah. Let's see what the
Mirella's here.
yes, and Jonathan is here too.
Yeah. Willow Love.
Mm-hmm. So let's see what the monsters say. Okay.
Oh, there's Rossi.
I first got Leah. If you want land, you can have it in this lifetime. You can have it. Take actions towards this goal. Get something started in motion and set your intentions. That's what I got. Leah, I hope that helps you. Thank you for your question.
Thank you for that, Leah. And thank you, Viviani, for answering that. And I've got White Dragon we're going to go to Diana. I would like an Akashic record read of my time before Earth.
Before Earth. Oh. Hi, White Dragon. So I'm getting a lot of purple color in the lavender lilac, Lemuria, Andromeda, that you came through Taurus. Certainly part of the Federation. You did have a role, but it's not clear what your duties were. They're saying something like what we would think of as a lieutenant. And just because you're on Earth doesn't mean that it hasn't changed. Or that it has not changed. You are still a lieutenant for them, incorporating work here now and a transmission. I hope that helped.
I muted myself. Thank you, Diana, for that answer. And thank you, White Dragon, for that question. And for Linda, I have Lottie B. Have I had many or any past lives in a teaching role? Thank you.
Hi, Lottie. You feel very comfortable teaching. You may not be formally a teacher in a school, but you enjoy showing people how to do things and where things can be found and how to find things out. And that's absolutely my definition of a teacher. And I get that. I think you've been a teacher for many, many lifetimes, because I'm getting like almost like a PowerPoint of different images from different ages coming to me. One of them is like old, long time ago, ancient times, like 3,000 years ago. Some are There's at least one that's not Aboriginal Australian, Indigenous North American, where you're a like a wise woman, maybe even a shaman, but I'm not sure about that, and it's going too fast for me to stop. And yeah, so yeah, you've done teaching before many times. You may not be like a formally accredited teacher in a school now, but you are definitely showing people how to do stuff and teaching them where to find it. So yeah, confirmation, Lottie B. Thanks for your question.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you, Linda, and thank you, Lottie, for that question. And Lalima for Viviani. Do I have a past life in Mumbai?
Hi, Lima. Okay, let's see what I get. Past life in Mumbai. Yes, I get yes, and I see you with kids like bathing in a river, playing in the water. And I think you're a boy in their life. And I get that you were a good kid, but very mischievous. Yeah, that's all I got for you today, Lilima. I hope that helped you. Thank you for your question.
Thank you for that, Viviani, and thank you,
Mhm.
Lalima, for your question. And all eyes for Diana. I would love to get a message from my Akashic Record Masters.
Hi, all eyes. Remain alert. This is a time of eye-opening expression. It is a good time for you to be doing shadow work, things that you need to let go of that you know are haunting you from past lives. Embrace the gifts you know you have. Start using them. Apply them to your everyday life. This is how you stay protected, not having to be in a place of fear, but rather staring it in its eyes. They must like your name here. His eyes kept coming into their messages. Yeah, and it's very good.
It's a metaphor. Or literally.
Literally, right.
Literally.
I hope that helps. Thanks.
Thank you, Diana. I thought that felt like it was so on point. well, all the readings are on point. It's just
Yeah.
always amazing me. So thank you, All Eyes and Diana. And I have sparkles for Linda. What do the Akashic records say about a previous life that may have triggered my deep fear, anxiety, and depression that I can't seem to shake?
Hi, Sparkles. Well, my masters are saying that you have lessons to learn in this life that you contracted to learn, that you have, they center around self-worth and self-confidence. I think fundamentally belief and trust, belief in yourself and trust in yourself, right? These are present life lessons. Your past life lessons, that time is over. That time is gone. You have either learned or not learned those lessons. Whatever progress you made, you have contracted in this life to make this, to do this, to make this happen for yourself, to learn these for yourself, for your spiritual growth. I shouldn't say for yourself like that because that's not right. It's for your own spiritual growth. Fear. These all stem from fear, and the fear again comes to self-belief. I'm not saying it right, but you'll have to figure it out. Self-awareness, self-belief, self-confidence, and self-love. Self-love. Those are the things that need strengthening. Those are the things to build. Start from where you are and build. As you build, your fear will diminish. Your fear, your grief, your anger, all will diminish. As you build, you are deeply, deeply loved by all the spirit beings who surround you. There is no need to fear. There is no need to fear because you have the hosts of angels and beings of light surrounding you every moment. Let the fear go and love yourself. Forgive yourself. And that's what I got.
Deep. That was deep.
That was a
We're all
pretty.
deep,
That was a
but-
pretty powerful message. I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember the emotion of it. And
Very powerful.
so sparkles, yeah, a little bit of love.
Yeah, thank you so much for that message, bringing that through, Linda. And thank you, Sparkles, for that question. And I'm sure it will help you. So we have Melinda for Viviani. Any good things coming for me in April? Thank you.
Okay. Hi, Melinda. I get good things are coming for you now. Just pay attention. The more you focus on the good things, the more you receive.
Pardon.
And then I got again, good things are happening now and continue to be open to receive. I hope that helped you, Melinda. And thank you for your question.
Thank you, Viviani. And we were having a little raised eyebrow about Diana. There seems to be a timing where she pops, and she pops like bewitched. She pops out, but she pops back in without ever having to do anything.
Every week.
It's magic.
Every
Magic.
week.
But thank you so much, Viviani, for that beautiful message for
It's
Melinda.
hilarious.
Melinda, thank you for that question. Well, it's quite amazing, and it's interesting timing.
Yeah. Because it's okay.
And it's not like you got out and I had to let you in.
I know. It just pops.
Just
It's all the orbs that are around me all the time.
It's something like that. So we're just going to go to Linda next.
Sure.
And so Lori is asking for verification of a message she received. She heard that I and others in the community have had other lives with Navalny. Through my crown, though my crown was going to thought my crown was about to explode. Yeah, that's what happens when you get that channeling.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
big time pins and needles and it's hard to describe.
Yeah.
Like lightning bolts, I guess.
Well, for me, it's like pressure pushing down on my.
Yeah.
And I mean, it can be a lot of different sensations, of course.
Yeah.
On me, coming down on me, under pressure.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry, Linda.
I know.
All right. That's all right. Go right ahead. I've had other lives with Navalny. Well, okay, so that would be like sort of, that's an interesting cross of mediumship and Akashic records. He has a huge group of people, like hundreds of thousands, like ginormous, like the whole city of New York population group of beings, souls in the next world that are working on his goals and trying to effect change on this plane of existence. And this group of souls cuts across soul families. Like, this has nothing to do with soul families. This is a really huge mission. This is like mobilization for, well, the only thing that we ever do here is plan war, right? Like, this is the only time we ever organize in any really meaningful manner to accomplish anything, because God knows, if you want to accomplish eradicating homelessness, 20 years later, nothing's happened. But boy, you want to wipe somebody out, man. This is mobilization on an enormous scale to effect change on this plane of existence, but to use spirit to do it. And it cuts across soul families. It cuts across every alien, light being, angel, whatever, every potential extra dimensional being is being called upon. And he's at the center of it all. It's like there was no sort of there was no sort of transition. Well, transition between being a soul in a body and being a soul. Like he just hit the ground running and kept going, kept moving. Yeah. So verification, I mean, I don't know. Is that verification? That's what I got. It's an incredible kind of, I don't want to say project because that makes it sound like I'm finishing the sweater that I started. But wow. Freaking huge, man. It's awesome.
It's huge.
It is, isn't it? It's billions.
And I just want to say, when you said hit the ground running and kept going after he crossed, that's why he came through to so many of us mediums.
Yes.
We were getting messages right and left to everyone. It's like, I'm here. We're going. We're still doing it. We're going.
Yeah.
Like,
because normally that doesn't happen.
Could hear anyone who could listen to him. And again, even Lori, he's coming through to Lori with information. Yeah. So it's like he's doing it. He hit it running, and he made sure the message was out there.
It's a big broadcast, channel that's just a megaphone going out to anybody who has any sensitivity, who has any kind of receptivity whatsoever, and he's got the power of the angels backing him up.
You know, lifetime after lifetime, he has gone back to that same area. Y'all know that I'm descendant of the last king of Poland. I know he is. I feel it in my bones. He is Augustus Stanislaus Poniatowski reincarnated, who was another one who hit the ground running.
I know who
for
that
change. Is. He rid Poland of aristocracy, turned it into a solid democracy, and then we all know what happened over and over again. And all those who had to knit together that whole territory, century after century after century. And so, yes, I agree, Lori. And I agree with you totally, Mary Linda.
Yeah, Mary Linda. Thank you for that. Thank you for pulling.
That was a hell of a good question, Lori. I mean, that was
because we're all in his grace.
We're all in it.
We're all in it. We definitely are. And thank you for that great answer. And thank you for that question, Lori, for that was good. And for Diana, we have Fogo Pogo. I'm becoming more and more sensitive, but been told I have spiritual PTSD. Does the records have anything in regard to this? Thank you.
Okay. Hi, Fogo Pogo. Yes, you were burned at the stake. You were hung. You were doused with rocks in your lap. You've gone through all of the persecution that, as we entered into the age of Pisces and Saturn rulership, so many of us have gone through. When we stand in fear, we change nothing. When we face it in the eye, it quite often runs itself in the other direction. Good tools for you to use: candle work, following the phases of the moon, doing rituals that add to your strength and dispel the shadow of those past lives. For once you were in the Oracle of Delphi.
Ooh.
End of transmission.
Oh, that was great. Thank you for that, Diana. And thank you, Pogo Pogo, for your question. And for Viviani, we have a question about a furry baby. How's Lucy doing? Sweet baby dog.
Yeah.
That's Mary Hernandez Walker asking.
Hi, Mary.
Hey, stop.
Let's see. Let's see what I get about Lucy here. Thank you for your question. Okay. I see a dog laying on its back and, showing off the belly, wanting to get pat on the belly. Very sweet, loving energy. And I get wants to be with you again. Wants to come back as a dog and be with you again. And now I see a dog walking back and forth and just wanting to play, wanting to fetch a toy, wanting to play. And I hear sending love. And again, I see the dog rolling on the, being playful and rolling and wanting belly rubs. She seems happy, and it is just sending love and wants to be back with you. So I hope that helps you, Mary. Thank you for your question. Okay, Val disappears. Magic.
Is Val giving us a dress rehearsal?
Yeah, I guess.
For next week?
Yeah. She's our fairy godmother. She's my fairy godmother anyway. So
I do, absolutely.
She's my fairy godmother. Okay, she's back.
Where are we, Viviani? You got through with your Lucy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Think about that, you guys. What a spotty coverage. Never. I mean, I'm not going to say anything about my internet service. Cox. Cox. No, in my area, it's not been working well. So, Joyful Journey is next for Linda. I'd love an Akashic record reading about a past life that is affecting me most in this lifetime.
Hi, Joyful Journey. It's nice to see you here. Thanks for showing up. Past life that's affecting me. Well, there isn't. They're telling me that you are the accumulation of all your past lives, and there's not. You're not holding any blocks from the past, because I'm not quite sure. Like everything, sorry, it's too fast. Slow down. Everything is affecting you. Like all of your past lives are affecting you, because that is the sum total of your spiritual knowledge and of the lessons that you've learned is who you are today. Okay. There are, because sometimes people can bring phobias, like irrational kinds of phobias or blocks and stuff like that. You have managed to keep yourself pretty clear of any of that stuff, is what they're telling me. You don't have any big phobias that you've carried over. You don't have any big stuff, like negative stuff that you're bringing with you. No, they're showing me it's learning, and it's now you have skill souls and talents, because we all have things that we have an affinity for. So some of us have an affinity for art or music or dance. That's something that belongs to our soul. It's not. It doesn't really change from lifetime to lifetime, although you may have less opportunity to exercise it in different lifetimes, maybe because you've contracted to, focus on something else to develop. So if you're an artist or a musician, then chances are that you've had lifetimes as artists or musicians. They're saying follow your joy. Your joy will lead you to your path. There isn't one specific lifetime that's affecting you, is the short answer. I'll shut up now.
Okay. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Joyful Journey, for that. Now I have Rossi who's asking for Diana, what is my first human lifetime?
Diana, you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, Diana.
I'm sorry. I was waiting takes me a while, so I thought she was just waiting for.
I was just concentrating
And
on
then you're sitting here with my eyes closed, so I didn't even know.
I'm sorry. It was all of us didn't.
See, this is
We're
what
all
makes
in another place.
this is what makes it so tough to read alone.
So the sun did just go into Aries. However, what is even more important is that yesterday Neptune was Kizami the sun. So we're all
That's
way
it.
out
I
there.
was totally spaced out on. I just saw she's doing it, so I went off.
Rossi, you are the third person who I have been showing the beginning of their lifespans on Earth. You came in through the star portals in Egypt at the time of Moses, and I am being shown you as an infant. Now, you were Egyptian. The other two lives were associated with Moses himself. One was Sarah, the sister, who had found the baby in the thrush basket. The other was someone who held Moses' arms at the parting of the Red Sea. you were an Egyptian leader who understood, like a soldier, who understood what was going on. And where there needed to be change for the sake of the tribe of Moses. Because of your starseed connection, because you knew everything about the covenant, the Ark of the Covenant, the first set of broken tablets, the Tower of Babylon. They're showing me the Tower of Babylon. Wow, this is a big scene playing out, but that is where you got your earthly start. In Egypt, in a time of lushness. End of transmission.
That was nice. Thank you. Thank you for that, Diana. And thank you, Rossi, for that question.
Yeah, thank you.
And for Viviani, we have Amy Warrior Princess who would like to have an Akashic reading.
Okay, hi Amy. I'll ask for a message for you. Okay. The masters are saying that you are on the right path and they're happy that you're sharing your spiritual gifts. And I get that you're a sweet soul with a little bit of an edge, or something like that. Is what you're saying. You're smart. And I get, don't let your current situation make you feel down. Don't let that get you down. And they're proud of you, and just keep going, don't stop. I hope that helped you, Amy, and thank you for your question. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Viviani, and thank you, Amy, for that question. And we have, I'm just going to go down here for a minute to address someone who's asking a question. It's already, I think we had already closed the questions, but I just want to address this. So this person, understand as soon as I find it. Oh, yeah. Okay, Carrie. So, Carrie, this is a good opportunity to tell everyone we don't really have permission to read your son's records because he's not here and we didn't ask him. The only thing we can do is read your records. Also, on future, Akashic records are collecting the information and data that is happening now. And sure, you could argue the point that life is not linear and you can go into the future and read the records. Well, what happens when I go in and read the records is I get probabilities. 80% this might happen, or 70%. Every reader's going to see it a different way and be told whatever they're told about whatever they're asking about. And you can certainly ask. There's no harm in that. But just so you know, we can't, it's not a predictive situation. We have free will. And so whatever your son decides to do, it is his path and he can decide to do it. So just so you know, your question, if you framed it about yourself, we could absolutely go in and ask. Nonetheless, it's out of the questions were already closed. And I'm sorry, we won't be able to get to your question, but this will help others in the future know that the records are your records that we're going into because we have your permission because you're here. So I hope that helps inform everyone. And I don't know if we read on something for Melinda already, but
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I figured so. Okay, I'm sorry, Melinda. Yeah, I didn't get your second one. And I think I just accidentally closed out of somebody else's. Oh, I'll have to go look for it. So sorry about that. So Patty Lynn is asking for a general reading, Linda.
Okay, so Patty, I'm going to, this isn't like tarot, so it's not really general reading. I'm going to ask if there are any messages for you, okay? And see if there's any information they want to share. Maintain your high vibration or achieve a high vibration and maintain it. You're getting caught up in stuff that's not good for you, that's making you, that's hurting you and making you sad. So find a way to raise your vibration and keep it there. Find a way to laugh every day. Find laughter, find joy, find beauty, meditate, go out into nature, all the things you already know, because we talk, my masters, my Akashic Records masters say this all the time. You need to find joy. You need to be happier. You need to find like real joy. Happy is just the difference between happy and joy, or happy and joyful, is that joyful is like the core of your being, and happy comes and goes. You can be happy for 5 minutes and then unhappy for the rest of the day, you know? And it all depends on external circumstances. That's it. That's the key. Happy is something that happens to you from the outside, and that's your response to it. Joy is how you are on the inside, no matter what's going on outside of you. So try to achieve a state of joy. It will protect you, and you will find guidance. You'll find your path. You'll find your way. You'll find your way if you seek joy. The permanent kind, the inner state. So growth, meditation, stilling your mind, the repeating that. So if you have like negative messages that you're saying, oh, like, because I'm still doing that. I work hard, but I'm still doing that. Like, I'll drop something and say, oh, Linda, you idiot. I'm not an idiot. I'm actually really pretty smart. And it's not helpful for me to say that. That's the kind of thing they're warning you about. Don't do that. Stop with the negative self messages and seek joy.
Beautiful. Thank you, Linda.
I hope that helps, Patty Lynn, because I'm with you, sister. And the negative self messages.
Yeah, we all have them, and that's what we have to do is stop listening to that mind script that isn't helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Linda, and thank you, Patty, for that question. And for Diana, Dakota Kelt is asking, what messages regarding future projects, namely my novel and love? Well,
Hi, Dakota. They're going to love your novel. We have a sense of humor today. Keep working at it. So I think I'm getting some mixed messages here because they're showing me, I know your handle is Celt, but they're showing me a watchman's plaid. And is that what you're writing about? Historic Scotland, Ireland, the battles that went on. They keep pulling me back into Scotland with you. When it comes to your book, love what you're writing about. You have a spiritual connection to it. Start there or continue from that point. They're not really showing me a persona for a love interest, but what they are saying is that from there, love will come into your life. And there's something important about this circle that is Scottish. I love it. I love it.
Is that not confirmation?
That's enough. Wow. Yeah. And that's where you need to just keep working at that. Do that. Indigenous, namely Dakota. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. And let's see, we're going to go to Viviani with Sonia, who's asking, do I have any messages from my Akashic masters for going forward, and what gifts I should focus on this year?
Okay. Hi, Sonia.
Oh, you know what? I screwed up. I should have given you, oh shoot. You know what? Oh, never mind. That was a question about a dog, and they already asked another question. Go ahead. Yeah. My brain. So messages, I'm sorry, going forward, gifts they should focus on this year. Sonia. Yeah.
I got as the ability or gift you should focus on now. First thing I got was clairvoyancy, and so yeah, clairvoyant. And for the moving forward, I got to continue doing what you're doing, and if you can take classes, that would be good. You're doing the right thing. Just keep on doing what you're doing, and like I said, if you can take classes to add to your to practice more your skills. But it seems like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing now. So I hope that helped you, Sonia. Thank you for your question.
Okay, thank you for that, Viviani, and thank you, Sonia. And I have Monica, who I missed her question. She just asked above, I'd love a reading. So that's her question. Linda or Monica?
Monica, hi. Okay. I'll ask if there are any messages for you, as I did earlier, because you're just beginning the exploration of your spiritual gifts. You have a lot to learn. This is part of your contract, your soul contract of things to develop while you're on the planet. Yeah, they are funny today. They're like things to do on planet Earth, like it's a tourism advertisement. Explore spiritual potential. Oh yeah, that sounds fun.
Well, it is kind of like that. It's like taking a trip. You're going on a journey, right?
Yeah, you're going
to vacation to Earth School.
Yeah, exactly.
Where do you want to go, right?
Yeah, exactly. Experience privation, experience, prejudice, experience all the wonderful
adventures.
Yes, adventures.
You got that right.
I'm not saying this to make fun of you, Monica. This is sometimes how the guides and maybe it's just I don't think it's just me, because other people say the same thing. Guides and masters, the spiritual beings that we deal with, they can have a very whacked out sense of humor. And this is not meant to diminish you or your question in any way, okay? Because it's an important question that you or it's an important answer for you. It's the question is irrelevant. The answer is an important one for you, and I'm not intending at all to diminish you with that. That being said, I have to give you what I got. And I just see that you say you're very new here and not sure. So time for you to start exploring your spirituality and finding out. And they're not going to tell me more than that. So like maybe you're a very skilled tarot reader. I don't know. And they won't tell me, because your path is to discover that. So, or that's how you discover, is to explore, right? And have adventures. So the message is start exploring your spirituality, start exploring your intuition, start exploring the ways that you can develop that and strengthen it. Learn how to meditate, learn how to connect with nature, learn how to ground yourself, all the kinds of basic things that light workers do. And never forget that you can ask your guides and angels for help. That's what they're there for. They're the the better able that you're able, the better able you are to connect with them, the greater your growth will be. The more quickly and easily you'll be able to develop. And it's not difficult. You still your mind. You meditate. You may talk to them in dreams. You may, I mean, it's basically the kind of the path that we all took to explore and find out about our spirituality. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for that, Linda. And Monica, yeah. So the guides look at this as, this is very dramatic here in Earth School, but it's all an illusion. And we're just here experiencing the holographic field, like in Star Trek, when you go into the room and you say the room of requirement and you say, oh, I want to be in New York City and blah, 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 blah. And boom, you're suddenly there living that life. Well, that's kind of how this is. And so it's not dramatic on the other side. You just look at it like a dream you had. This is like the dream. And when you're out of this body, it's the real life. So just so you know, that's why it's funny to the guides.
To them, because they're not living it. And
you don't have to be in the drama.
You're not attached. Yeah. It's like watching your neighbors have a big fight. You can just sit there with the popcorn.
And it doesn't in any way diminish our struggles as we're here learning through, jumping through all these different lessons. And so I'm sorry. I hope you guys can stay just a couple of more minutes for a few more questions. And then is that okay, everyone? I'll finish it up. So thank you for that, Linda. And for Diana, Baba is asking, Baba G is asking, hello, precious sisters. Thank you for taking my question. Can you please tell me what the Akashic Masters can tell me about my Labrador netting? Oh, I'm sorry. This is a Viviani. We're going to save that. I'm sorry. She'll be next. Okay. Mars 54's question. What karma has this life been about? Where am I on that journey? Mars 54 for Diana.
Hi, Mars. There's a misnomer with karma. Karma is not necessarily what you bring from a past life. It is what presents itself to you in this life that you need to take care of. That having been said, patterns do repeat themselves when your soul contract has not been fulfilled, completed in your past life, and you sign up as a soul to repeat the lesson for the sake of more valuable information. On your journey, they're showing me this, like, it's more like a graph. I don't know if you look at the Schumann resonance, it's the heartbeat of the earth. But underneath the Schumann itself, there is a graph that shows you and helps you understand the chakras and what is being affected by what is happening with the heartbeat of the earth. Showing me is that most of what you have to work with right now is in the solar plexus. You are rooted. Your core has been founded. So you need to work on that gut to heart to mind connection as you are in the ascension. And you are at this point, you've got a little bit more to go, and then you're out of here. And that's what they're showing me, out of here. End of transmission.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Can I just, this is not towards Mars. This is because I discovered that there were two different chats going on in Viviani's channel. And so I don't think you've gotten all of the questions. So for Lori R, I do have an answer, but we can't do that.
I do have Lori R next.
Oh, okay. All right.
If
Okay.
we cycle back through one more time, you're going to get Lori R.
Okay.
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 So
They caught up
so
with you. Good.
we have, thank you, Diana, for that. We have Baba again asking, it's about her Labrador Nettie or Nettles.
Nettie Nettles.
Nettie Nettles. Could you have anything on
Thank
Nettie
you.
Nettles?
Hi, Baba G. Let's see what I can get on your Labrador. Okay. I see a dog running outside, like running, and as if he's chasing a ball. He's really having fun running outside. A lot of energy. And they're bringing my attention to his heart for some reason, to the heart area. They're showing me food now, though, just the kibble type of food, the dried food for dogs, and I didn't get clarity about the heart, what they're showing me the heart area yet. And I see the dog running again and jumping high to catch a ball. And then I hear diet change. Needs change. Need to change. That's why they showed me the food. So I keep getting the same image of the dog running and jumping and chasing that dog with a lot of energy. Um, Not getting much more than that. I hope that helped you, Baba G. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Viviani. Thank you, Babaji. Um, I've been to India and gone to see Babaji.
Yeah,
That's like Babaji.
Babaji.
He's not alive anymore. Well, it just means father. There are other many
Yeah.
Babajis.
Yeah.
So right now we have Maria is receiving abundance for Linda. These are the last two questions. One for Linda.
Okay.
I mean, one for Diana after Linda. Would love to receive any messages from my records. Haven't ever had a reading from them.
Well, Maria, you're in for a treat. Maybe.
Maybe.
Hmm. I am just awash with this flood of love for you from your guides, from your angels, from the masters, from the light beings that surround all of us. You're in a cocoon. I'm seeing you surrounded in a cocoon of love. It's pink and sparkly. uh, uh, you're another one who needs to ask for help. Who needs to let when you're troubled or when you're sad or whatever is disturbing you or that you need a solution for, you need to ask for help from your guides and your angels, because no matter how silly or superficial it seems, it teaches you to trust that you are surrounded with assistance, and it teaches you to trust in your own spirituality. So you're looking for a parking spot, call out to the parking angels to help you find one. I mean, I know that's like extremely shallow and whatever, but you will get help to find a
That's
parking.
not shallow. They're there with nothing else to do. They're trying to.
It's just everybody
Your attention, right?
around looking for ways to help us, just waiting. Come on,
Just ask them.
me. I can help you with that. Ask me. So, because that's their job, right? Is to assist us. You need to do that some more. You're another one who has some strong intuitive powers, some strong spiritual gifts that you probably should start to. Well, I'm not even going to say probably. Start developing that. Start developing your imaginative, artistic, and creative side. And they don't really care how you do it. Just start stimulating your imagination. I don't know, read more books or write some poetry, or just go sit in nature and look at the leaves against the sky. They're not fussed. They're just saying, develop creativity and imagination. Develop your spiritual side. Ask for help. Love yourself. Be joyful. seek joy, which they tell all of us that, okay? Like that's a kind of a universal human message, is to search for joy, to look for joy, because it's different for each of us what joy is, and that's how we find our path. Yeah, that's what I've got for you, Maria.
Beautiful.
I
Thank you
hope
so
that's
much.
helpful.
Yeah, thank you so much, Linda. And I have to say, I was laughing at how much the birds wanted to talk during this.
Oh man,
particular-
yeah.
I mean, they had something to say.
Yep. Especially during this reading.
This particular reading had a whole bunch of activity from the birds.
Yeah, and part of it is because they are innately joyful creatures.
Yes, and they were sharing their joy in some
Yes.
way, probably.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. They
Very
were saying,
true.
"Joy, this is it. Look, see,
Yeah,
this
exactly. This is how you do it. You just
you fly around and scream."
We
Yeah.
can help you. We can help you.
So, I have to appreciate them. That's all. Thank you for that, Linda, and thank you, Maria, for that question. And for Linda, finally, our last question. Lori R. is asking for Diana, what is the lesson I am supposed to learn from chronic illness? I'm tired of healing efforts without noticeable results. Thank you so much.
Well, Diana knows because I have systemic lupus, so I do understand chronic dis-ease. Let's change that. Let's get rid of the illness. Let's call it dis-ease. Now let's see what the Akashic can connect us with.
Okay.
Do not dwell in the past, and do not dwell in the pain. Mind over matter. Change your diet. Remove all refined flours, sugars, gluten, anything heavily processed if you have not done so already. Dairy is also a culprit, for they are shot full of antibiotics and hormones that you don't need. You're a human being. Mind over matter on the pain. Recognize it. Be gone. Move past it. Work with it. Understand the limitation. Consider it training. Do things in increments. Walk 2/10 of a mile, stop for 5 minutes. 2/10 of a mile, stop for 5 minutes. Till you build yourself up. No matter, provide yourself the time to do that. It is training. It is turning yourself into an athlete. No matter how much time it takes. Change the language. Discuss it, but don't dwell in its pool. Discuss it, but don't dwell in its pool. And there is much to be said about the collagen boost that comes from mushrooms for entertainment purposes only. Probiotics, prebiotics, mushrooms. This is big, big help for us here on this earthly plane, period, for all of us. So, Lori, entertainment purposes only, but that is a connection to the Akashic telling you to definitely just change your language and how you look at it. And you can get over it. Consider yourself an athlete who needs to had an injury and has to come back from that injury, has to retrain.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much, Diana. That was a lot.
All right.
It was beautiful information. Thank you, Lori, for that question. And so for that is the last question. So we will now go to the clearing. And Viviani, would you like to do the clearing for us today? Thank you.
Sure. Let me find my notes. Alrighty. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start by taking 3 deep breaths. Hold at the top and exhale. I ask the Akashic Records masters, teachers, loved ones, and beings of light to assist us in a clearing and healing for those watching now and watching the replay, including animals. And help us with the clearing in all cellular structure and all past lives, concurrent lives, and future lives, and all ancestral lineages and timelines for the highest good of all and highest good of humanity. I ask that this clearing occurs now. And sorry, I want to add in all time and space and all in between space and all. I mentioned cellular structure. Sorry, I don't have all my notes in here. With love and gratitude, thank you for the clearing and healing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Val jumped up again. I'm sorry, I had didn't have all my notes with me, so I had to remember everything. And Val left us again. She'll be back.
We should talk about next week's show.
Yes, starting next week, we will be going live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time instead of 5:30. So it'll be that will be our regular time, same day every Tuesday, and we are going to be doing our new show called Akashic Adventures. Go ahead and
we decided that, eh? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you for I missed my notes, so I didn't have the right notes. I had to kind of wing it for the healing, but thank you. And go ahead, Val.
Thank you for doing that. And I'm back just to close the records.
Yes.
I'm sorry about my internet connection. So thank you for that, Viviani. And I would like to close by thanking the light for this group. All those here now are furry partners and all those who watch in the future. I would like to close by thanking the light for the truth. I would like to close by thanking the light for the healing energy. And I would like to close by thanking the light for the guidance and compassion toward our soul's purpose. And with this, we lock the records of this group, those here now and our furry friends, and those who watch in the future. The records are now closed. Thank you all for being here. Now, remember, next week on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern, it'll be streaming on Viviani's and on Linda De Gonzalez's channels, and it'll be on Linda's or Diana's the next day, probably, or whenever she gets it up. But go like, subscribe. We're going to convert her to StreamYard. Yeah, go like, subscribe, and book readings. Information is below. But remember, next week they are flying solo. Well, it's
By the seat of our pants.
They're all together.
Yeah.
We'll be together. Yeah.
And thank you, Val.
But
Proud of all of
Valerie,
them. Don't forget, book a transformational Akashic record reading from all of these lovely Akashic record readers who are so profoundly amazing. And I have enjoyed every minute of every one of these shows. And I want to thank you all for the beautiful work you do for the world, for our community, but for the world. And, you know, this energy goes out, all these healings go out for humanity. And that's changing the world. So thank you.
no, thank you for bringing us together as
Yeah.
a group.
It's
Yeah.
been my honor.
You have a
Thanks
lot.
for putting us together because
Yeah.
it's been amazing. We work so well together. Like I don't know.
We
how
really
you
built a synergy together,
Yeah.
and that's powerful when you do this work to have
Yeah.
all of that happening, that huge connection. So thank you all.
And you've done it not just with us, but you've done it with another group as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're teaching another Akashic record class soon too, right?
Yeah, in May. You can look on the dragonflycrystals.store website and see when that class is coming in May. You can sign up for that. And I've cut down the Akashic record practice to only maybe three Akashic record Zoom sessions after, just to support you to work out any questions you have and get some confidence to go out there and do it. And
I have
Harley
a
just said it
show.
feels like
Gotta go. Mwah.
Thank you, Diana.
Harley just said this feels like the last day of school.
Oh, it is.
Mhm.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you all. Thank you, Val.
Really
for everything.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.